Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. We are back with the TED Show. We have the Rising Filipino Trailblazer, our musical spotlight artist, the one and only Francis. Let's see if I can do it, Francis. Mabborang. I
Close,
don't know, it
but
was
you're
close
you're the
enough.
closest one I've heard so far.
Terrible, 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 and I'm sorry. So, welcome to the show, Francis. I'm very excited to have you on. I'm dying to hear your music. I want to hear what the Rising Filipino Trailblazer means. So, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name is Francis Mabborang. I'm a Filipino international artist currently based here in New York City. I would like to call myself as a rising Filipino trailblazer just because it's very rare for Filipinos and Asians to actually pursue a field in the arts or in music. I am trained in musical theater, and it's very rare for us to move to another country to pursue art or the world of arts, even though beyond I've already graduated in a very traditional academic background of law and something like that. So it's and I want to be the rising Filipino trailblazer is basically me saying I want to set an example for the Filipinos back home that we can pursue a career. We can still chase a career in whatever we're passionate are, whatever degree we have finished.
So, where did that come from? Where did that drive come from? And were you one of those kids that brought the whole family together and you had to perform live in front of them in your living room? Tell us a little bit about your journey on that end.
Okay, growing up though, I've grown up a lot around with a lot with music, just because especially for my parents' influence are so heavy. They love Beatles, they love stylistics, BJ's Air Supply, and all. And we're Filipinos. We love karaoke. Every event. I mean, I bet you know, especially where you are, there's also a number of Filipino communities there, right? So it's like literally Filipinos that love karaoke, and specifically for my family, we can go with any kinds of songs. We are also musically inclined. So if when we have karaoke, if one person, just one, would sing any Beatles song, automatically every Beatles song has to be sung before we move on to another artist like Bee Gees, Stylistics, Air Supplies, Sticks, even. It's like all those bands. So the influence from my parents is quite from my family is very diverse. It's very insane. But I got and also with my younger brothers who influenced me with rock music. I'm more of a pop person, but growing up I got into musical theater. So that's how I found myself more because I'm into theater as well. So that's how my life in music got revolved on. I it became it had more finesse and much more depth and clearance to me when I did the international presentation of performers in Los Angeles. It's like a talent showcase event convention happening in LA. It was at the Hollywood Roosevelt. It was like a 5 day boot camp where you work with different mentors and trainers for acting, singing, dancing, and modeling, hosting, and all that. So it was something that has been a world in my end. And then I just auditioned and to be part of there because they had an audition in the Philippines back home. I said, it's just an audition. What am I going to lose, right? It's just
Sure.
an audition. I mean, I will not be able to go to LA. Who knows? I just want to experience it because at that time, I've left all extracurriculars, arts, and sports when I moved to college because my parents doesn't want me to focus on, I just wanted to focus on college and academics. So it's like, and that's the only sacrifice I had to give. So, and as the eldest, okay, fine. But when that opportunity landed, it's like I'm just gonna do whatever. And at that time, I was about to go for my masters. I already convinced my parents to go masters for San Francisco in business. So it was a very peculiar crossroad for me. There's a lot of crossroad. And then when I did the audition, they got the callback. And then the callback came. The night of the callback, I received the acceptance letter for the master's program in San
Wow.
Francisco. So my dad asked me, "So what do you want? San Francisco, this master's or this one?" Because when I did the callback, I said, okay, just a callback. Who knows? There might be another cut. I don't even care. I just want to go it, have a go and see what's gonna happen, right? That happened, and then uh, I was so surprised that I'm one of the only 15 Filipinos that they want to bring to LA for that showcase.
Wow.
So I had to make a decision right then and there. My parents said, "So what? You only have to choose one." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna take my chance and pursue my passions in the arts because that's where I've always been passionate and I always love anyway. So why not? I already got my degree anyway.
Why not?
Why not
Follow your dreams.
follow my dreams?" So I did it, and then after that 5 day convention, a month later, I got signed with an agency, a talent management agency here in New York, and I've been coming back and forth in the U.S. try to see how I can make it work, and that's how I knew like 2 3 years ago, I decided, you know what, this is the last straw. I need proper training. One, even though I have the talent, I'm gonna move to the U.S. to study, to pursue a certain training, and I graduated at the American Musical Dramatic Academy for the conservatory program for musical theater last year.
Wow. Congratulations. It's
So yeah.
amazing.
So that
That's
has
a
been become my
that's an
journey ever
amazing
since I graduated.
journey.
Yeah, it was a wild journey. It's a long journey actually, because that was, I think my journey started since 2016, I would say. And then because that was the time when I went to LA. That's the year when I went to LA. And ever since I graduated last year, I've been pounding the pavement, doing
What's
cabarets
that
here and
like
there.
during COVID? Because obviously the whole entertainment industry has changed. And you said you're in New York, yeah?
I'm based in New York, but I'm currently in LA as of yesterday.
But either way, everything got shut down. So how did you
Yeah.
make that pivot? How have you managed to maneuver through with all of these changes? I mean, obviously you're doing a remote show, and you've kind of had to pivot to figure out how to get done what you want to do and perform the way you want in a completely different new world.
To be honest, I'm like around the first few weeks, first month or two. I'm like everyone who has been enjoying it until it's like, oh my god, this is the end of the world. Like
Yeah.
I've been binge watching a lot of shows. I'm a musical theater guy, so the first show I naturally would watch is Smash with Catherine McPhee,
Oh
and
yeah,
you remember that show with
I
Deborah
do.
Messing, Christian
Yeah.
Borle, and like it's the backstage life of theater because I think, okay, I'm gonna watch this because this is the closest thing I can go back to theater with because it's the life of theater. I can relate to it. So like literally that's how I navigated the early weeks on. But then because at the time when I was during the height of the pandemic before New York shut down, I was already working for Madison Square Garden for live events for their sports. I was like a runner. That was my survival job. And I was already auditioning, and I'm also in between rehearsals because I was supposed to play Chino on a production of West Side Story in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey for Rhino Theater.
Wow.
But COVID happened. So it literally just like hit. But we tried to pull off something like what dear Evan Hansen has done, wherein they've collected different voices and merged it in one video. It never pursued, it never materialized. But I'm lucky enough because some of my friends that I have worked with, because I also work at I've worked it before. They made a collective and they made Shakespeare shows in Zoom live stream as well. So I did two shows of them. One is the Merry Wives of Windsor, where I played Justice Robert Shallow, and the second one was Cymbeline, where I played Guiderius, one of the brothers. And it was a very crucial time at that time because when I was working, when the start of the pandemic, the first few months, I'm lucky enough, I'm privileged to even get at least a form of relief
Yeah,
from by Madison Square Garden, but they had to cut it down like a few months after just because hell, no income, no generation of
I
profit,
know.
right?
And now, what about now? What are you working on now? You've got. Have you felt it's turned a corner in the entertainment world? Have you feel like it's moving back to whatever the new normal is going to be, and you're getting to do more performances?
It is, and I'm quite lucky though because I was able to land a job as a host, actor, presenter for a startup production company that works with Amazon Live. So, and I'm also the creative director for that one. So I've been lucky that I was able to land a job in the same industry still, that I'm still somehow be able to expand my endeavors and my creative endeavors and my creative self. You know what I'm trying to say? And also months later, like I got contracted to a streaming platform called Live It. It's a fairly new new platform where it's specifically for artists and everyone. And I've been so you can just sing, dance, like whatever you want to do, or do a talk show or do a podcast. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And it's been it's somehow I think my creative side and my entertainment side has been sufficed well enough.
So describe, and I love to hear that. I love that you figured out how to pivot and continue to just progress as the world changed. And that's what I
Mhm.
think a lot of artists have had to do. You've had to figure out how to use this platform and other platforms like it to continue to do what you want to do. Tell us about your music. How would you describe your music, and where do you get your do you sing, songwrite, do the whole thing, play instruments, or what's your role in?
I used to play instrument, but because I'm a musical theater actor singer. I do have something in the works, but the one I'm singing right today is a representation and an inspiration of an inspirational song that I really like, and I've been singing it for a while. I do have something in the works, so I don't want to put it out there just yet, of course. But this song that I have is really really special. Surprisingly, it's a Lady Gaga song, and it's something very, I think, very apt, especially for artists right now. When like I have, especially on my end, I have sacrificed more than enough. My life back home, I have sacrificed being a prince, living like a prince. I have my own condo unit. I have someone to do my laundry. I have someone to cook for my breakfast, lunch, or dinner whenever I wanted to. I have someone to drive me everywhere I go. The luxurious life that I used to have, that's one of the things I have to sacrifice. And people would, even the conservators say, you already have this degree and this background. Why would you even go as an actor, right? Why would you even pursue a career in acting? And I said, you're a big shot director, right? So why are you still teaching, right? I mean, on my the only intention for me to ask that is, don't never questions anyone's intents and goals on whatever they're trying to pursue,
Yes,
because we all have different lives outside the four corners of this room,
we do. And you
right?
never know what somebody's going through. You never know why they're at that particular point in their journey, how much they've sacrificed, like you mentioned before, how much you've given up, how you've changed the trajectory of what you're doing. There's so much that goes into where you're at right now. And so, yeah, we don't spend enough time celebrating that you're here. You might not be here yet, but you're at least here and you're not here below the camera.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really really am excited to hear you perform. I never know with guests what's going to happen. Your story is unique, though, in the stories that have been told. A lot of artists talk about their music and their journey, but your journey is definitely one of the most unique ones I've heard. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you
All
so
right, so
much.
we're gonna let you sing. Set it up for us. Tell us what's up, and then I'm
All
gonna
right.
disappear so nobody sees me dancing in the background or moving like I have no rhythm. We're gonna focus on you, Francis.
All right, then. All right, guys. This is a Lady Gaga song. It's called "A Million Reasons." So I hope you guys enjoy. If you know the words, let me know. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way. to cut through all this work now living. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one to stay. Head stuck in a circle, I look off and I stare. It's like that I stop breathing but completely aware. You're giving me a million reasons, give me a million reasons, give me a million reasons, about a million reasons. And if you say something that you might even mean, it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. You're giving me a million reasons, give me a million reasons, giving me a million reasons, about a million reasons. I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this word now lately. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one to stay. Hey, baby, I'm bleeding. Ooh. Every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. But baby, I just need one good one, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. I bow down to pray, try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this word now, pleasure. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one, good one. Tell me that you'll be the good one. Baby, I just need one good one to stay. Hey.
All right, awesome. You didn't see me moving, but I was moving. I love that song. Why that song? You said it was an inspiration, or it's
To
something
be
that you've
honest
been
though,
singing a lot.
it
Why?
just recently dawned on me. Like I've been singing it in the past few online concerts that I've been doing for the past few weeks. I just landed on this song and I was jamming, and then it's because I am very particular and I'm very sure that there is at least one person during this pandemic who have like, especially in my position as an international artist, there were a lot of points that I have given up pursuing acting, especially when I'm already here, right? But like the song says, like I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but there's only one reason that literally make me pursue and make me stay and push through and do what I want to do.
I love
And
that.
and it's very apt because I just think the lyrics, especially at this time, shows how resilient of artists are in this
Agreed.
time. Like they're, of all people, the ones that are very adaptive in this pandemic are the artists, because people are losing their insurance. People are about to get kicked off and their rent and their housing. People are now scrambling how to bring food at the table. But there's one thing that these artists know is that the reason they're staying and the why, the big why they're really staying and being an artist. Like what I always say as well to some of my friends, if you're the hardest WH question to answer is why, because who, what, where, when, how is tangible. Why is not
Right.
tangible. So if that is not tangible for you, if it's not clear for a certain person, then you have to think twice. You have to like stop and reevaluate yourself. And I believe the artists, their why may not be clear to other people, but it is very clear to them. And
Yes.
when if that is clear and it's only them who should, it's if it's clear it's only for them. It should only be for the certain person, not for other people. And I do think that at this time right now, it's been especially for Broadway, we're tentatively announced that we're closed until January. Who knows until when?
Right.
Everyone is finding a way for them to still be an artist. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah.
Yes, we want I want people to that's why I love having you all on the shows because I want to see that artists are I want to show the world and other artists especially that artists are still moving forward. They're finding new ways to express themselves creatively and in different means and manners and platforms. And so you just have to keep plodding along and trying different things, but you still have it in you. You can still create. It's just going to be in a little bit of a different environment. And so I want them to be able to find you, Francis. So, what's the easiest way for them to find your music, look you up, see what you've got going on, the Rising Filipino
I
Trailblazer?
would actually say though, because I'm always in Live It in the new app. So it's a free app. Go download Live It right now. It's a very basic, very free live streaming platform. It's like social media basically. So I also do. You can find me in all of my social media platforms in my website, especially www.francismabborang.com. But go check me out in Live It, or if you're in your mobile, if in your computer, go 17.live or weareliveit.com. You can always download it in Samsung and in Android and in iOS or App Store. It's very available. Download there. My handle is always going to be Francis Mabborang. So if you really want to hang out with me, just want to chat, want to like jam with me, sing different um pop songs, musical theater songs, rock songs. Like I've got people request me some of the weirdest songs sometimes. Like even though I'm under the weather, I would just like literally sing some Queen songs like "Can." I was like, oh, I cannot sing that one, but come on, let's see, people. It's just a good time as well. Like
So live
it
it,
feels like
and
I'm
if
singing
you'll
a cabaret. Yeah,
when you share it, when you share the show when we're done, make sure you put the live it link or let them know what that is so they can look it up. That'd be great.
of course,
All
I will.
right, Francis, you were awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your journey and your story. Very inspirational, guys. Don't give up. Keep going. Trailblaze.
I
All right,
appreciate you so
Francis.
much, Ted.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You were great.
And
Really do.
I thank you because in behalf of artists, I don't know if it has been said
Thank
enough
you.
or not. Like what you're doing right now is giving a space for artists to not only showcase themselves, but to also like to lift their spirits up. Just because we're always going to look for something, a space for us to do
Yes.
something creative, and we really, really appreciate it, Ted, so much.
Well, I appreciate you all coming on and sharing your hearts and souls like you do. Today was awesome. Thank you, Francis. All right, guys, go out, reach out, support your artists like Francis. Go to his website. It's scrolling across there. Find him on all social media. And of course, live it. Live it.
Yeah.
We're going to try that out too. Thank you, Francis. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you back soon.